Now on Sunrise, from the ongoing government shutdown to the possible deployment of troops here in Portland, community leaders weigh in on the current state of the federal government, what they're saying this weekend. Plus, another step toward recovery 5 years after the devastating Labor Day wildfires. Your news starts now. Good morning, and thanks for getting up with us on this Sunday. It is 6 o'clock. I'm Libby Dowsa alongside Corey Johnson. And what a wild ride on the freeway yesterday with all that rain.
Absolutely.
People were sliding.
Yes, we were very rainy, windy, all the things yesterday. The good news is today will be a little bit more calm than what we saw the past 2 days, even from Friday and Saturday. But we will still have widespread showers pretty much scattered throughout much of the day that will taper off as we get into the evening hours. This is a look at satellite and radar over the last few hours. That system making its way in off the coast on out east. And this is a look at current radar right now, the heaviest portions of rainfall in Hillsborough, McMinnville, near the coast. We did have some lightning strikes reported about an hour or so ago when I was looking at this particular model near Newport in Lincoln City. But again, that rain and that system making its way on out east, southwest portions of Washington also seeing some light showers at this time. Taking a look at our temperatures right now, sitting cooler for us because of that system that we're seeing move through our area. 42 in Pendleton, 36 right now in Baker City. It's cold there. 40 in the Dalles, 46 in Portland, and mid 40s near the coast. A look at our Rose City camera. It's going to be a cloudy start to the morning, 46 degrees. Our Salem sky camera, there were a few drops on the camera about 30 or so minutes ago, but the rain is going to start picking up, as I mentioned, as we get closer to 8, 9 o'clock this morning. 46 for us in the state near the state capitol. Our Chinookwan's Casino camera out in Lincoln City, some fog along the coast this morning, 48 degrees and slightly rainy, as I showed you from radar. Taking a look throughout the day, we're going to be at about 47 degrees in the early morning hours, hitting 50 with those scattered showers really continuing as we hit noon. And then by this evening, we're going to top out at around 52 degrees with those showers tapering off. But I'll break down more of that timeline coming up in just a little bit, Libby.
Thank you, Corey. Mother Nature brought us plenty of rain and wind on Saturday, knocking out power for thousands. At one point, nearly 40,000 customers had lost power. About 2,600 PGE customers still don't have electricity. And this was the scene in Corbett last night. Down power lines forced crews to shut down Southeast Gordon Creek Road from Trout Creek Road to the county line. And check out this video, these pictures shared on social media by Longview Fire Department. They responded to multiple incidents of downed trees and power lines across town. In one instance, a large tree fell on a home, and fortunately, no one was hurt. Local African-American community leaders met in Portland Saturday. They are working to push back against Trump administration policies. Jake Holter was at the town hall and has details.
The town hall covered everything from the ICE presence and the National Guard deployment to cuts to programs like SNAP, threatened by the government shutdown.
I heard the other day that Portland was burning. I want you to know that the message back to Washington, D.C. is that Portland is burning. We're burning with love. We're burning with compassion. We're burning with brotherhood. We're burning with sisterhood.
Black community leaders, troubled by recent events both here in Portland and nationally, invited folks to a town hall to hear from the community directly.
People all the time who are losing hope, who are feeling despair, who are already defeated in the onslaught which has just begun. So I'd like to hear from you ideas on how you and we can inspire one another to participate, to vote, to have a vision.
If your church is not sending kids to an apprentice program or sending them to college or helping them get through elementary school and telling them like word is bond that you can do it, If you're not doing that, you're not investing in hope.
Congresswoman Janelle Bynum, sworn in this year, is Oregon's first elected black member of Congress.
We shouldn't normalize the chaos, is the first thing that I would share with everyone. It is really important for us to stay grounded in the things that matter. It is important for us to all have housing. It is important for our kids to have opportunity, that they can look forward to being able to stay here, learn here, grow up here in Oregon. And we need to make sure that every American has access to health care. These are the things that are essential to living a full and prosperous life, and we can't let the president's actions deter us from staying focused on what's important.
And with the government still shut down, hundreds of thousands of Oregonians are at risk of losing their SNAP benefits.
We have the highest disparities on every level of education, health care, being able to have access to capital for jobs and businesses. And so we're going to get hit the worst.
Portland City Councilor Loretta Smith also with a message to the looming National Guard deployment.
We don't need them. We didn't ask for them. We are a peaceful protesting community.
A small number of protesters again gathering in South Waterfront Saturday afternoon.
We must resist injustice.
Dr. Leroy Haynes Jr. saying the protests are reminiscent of when he fought for civil rights back in the 1960s.
But the beauty of the similarity is that they are willing to resist the rise of authoritarianism.
Jay Coulter, KGW News.
And with that town hall happening, we are still monitoring the ICE facility in Portland's South Waterfront and the nightly protests outside the building. We saw a smaller crowd on Saturday. Portland police say they made 3 arrests, including 2 people for repeatedly blocking traffic. We are still waiting for rulings over the possible deployment of National Guard troops to Portland. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals has put its ruling, the one permitting troops, on hold while it determines whether a larger panel of judges should hear that case. Meanwhile, the original judge here in Portland, Karen Immergut, is now also weighing whether to lift a second temporary restraining order. And while she indicated a decision by Monday, that could be pushed back given what's going on with the Ninth Circuit. Nearly 100 Oregon wineries that lost grapes and sales after the 2020 wildfires are about to recoup some of their losses. Attorneys for 93 wineries and vineyards say Pacificor has agreed to a $125 million settlement. The group sued Pacificor after it says smoke from the 2020 Labor Day fires tainted the winery's grapes and damaged their subsequent wine. They blame Pacificor for not cutting power in time to prevent fires and smoke damage, costing Oregon winemakers millions of dollars.
This is probably not the last fire we're going to see. Unfortunately, it's probably not the last fire to be caused by utility. Next time this happens, they can be very proactive at the beginning and get together to redress it.
The power provider released a statement saying Pacificor is glad to have this matter resolved and that Pacificor remains willing to settle all outstanding reasonable claims related to the Echo Mountain, 242, and South Obenchain fires. But a spokesperson said the company will continue to defend against claims related to the Beachy Creek and Santiam Canyon fires. After playing their first 11 games on the road, the Portland Winterhawks hit their home ice for the first time last night. Fans got their first look at the new and improved Memorial Coliseum as the Winterhawks hosted the Saskatoon Blades. Crews have spent the last few months renovating the arena. These are the first major renovations since the building opened in the 1960s. They include new seats, new restrooms, and new changes in the arena's locker rooms and dressing areas, places that were definitely showing their age. Around the ice, the Winterhawks have also installed LED dasher boards, which only a handful of hockey teams have in North America. The Hawks also sported special gold uniforms for their 50th anniversary. Portland sent the fans home happy with a 6-3 win. They're back in action this afternoon at 4 o'clock.